up, YouTube? That's here, bringing you guys an episode of In It to Wingett. We are still playing with my top 8 mid-season showdown team. I'm going to be mixing it up soon, but I wanted to play a couple more games, and I know there's a lot of really good people online right now. I know like Wolfglick, James Beck, Mark Data, they're all streaming and stuff like that, so I'm going to try and hit one of them, and we have like really similar ELOs, so we're going to try and hit some of them and see if we can play them, because I know they're all playing right now. So that's the plan. Let's see if we hit some good players today. It's currently 9:05 in the morning, which means like there's also a percent chance to hit like Japanese players. So I'm like in kind of in the 1700s ish area. I was almost 1800 the other day, but I do have good news. I recently switched up the way my trainer looks. So my trainer's gonna look a bit different. So during Z move animations, my trainer's gonna look pretty cool. I know I've used pretty much the same trainer style since like the start of the game. So it's gonna be pretty fun. And hopefully we can actually get like an opponent. There we go. Blue. I don't know this person, but they are from California, so it's possible that they're my next door neighbors. So we see Kartana Garchomp, Vikavolt, Porygon, Arcanine, Beanie. So we have the AFK core and Arcanine, Beanie, Kartana. Yeah, I said those all right. I didn't mess any of them up. And there's also a Vikavolt and what is it? Porygon Garchomp. So potential for like EQ Discharge, potential for like Trick Room, String Shots. Pretty standard team. I really like this kind of play style. It has like a percent chance to Trick Room, but it's like not really. I kind of just want speed control. And so I do have to bring something to be able to check all those things. I do think Incineroar is a pretty good lead. I think like Incineroar, Raichu actually can work here because I can go like Fling on the Garchomp if it's not Scarfed Up good. And I can just one-shot all these guys with big Flare Blitz for my Incineroar. So we're going to try that. We're going to Raichu Incineroar. I don't do that all that often. Still have 42 seconds, guys. And then I do have to bring something to, like, you know, come out and revenge kill everything. So we're going to bring Lele, because I think Lele is still pretty decent here. And I do think Ninetales is a good last mon. I kind of want to bring my Garchomp. I really want to bring my Garchomp. Garchomp's so good, guys. And even in this matchup, even like the mirror, it's still okay. I'm thinking about bringing Garchomp, but I think Ninetales is better. No, Garchomp's better. Because Garchomp is the thing I can switch to if the Arcanine starts popping off. We'll bring Arcanine. Sorry, we'll bring Garchomp, but I do think that Ninetales, you can never, like, not bring your Sash Pokemon, if that makes sense. It's always a good idea to bring your Focus Sash Pokemon, but I do think bringing Garchomp in the back is going to actually win me this game. So I haven't actually changed the style of my trainer. I still have whatever style that little hand style is, because my game, I can't get the Revenant style just yet. I have to wait till tomorrow. You have to do something in the daytime, and it's nighttime in my game. But we're going up against Blue in the very first game of the day, and he goes Beanie Kartana, so no Arcanine in the lead. I'm actually kind of okay with that. And what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to actually fake out the Feeny and one-shot the Kartana. Or try and one-shot the Kartana. If he switches out to Arcanine and gets a Juicy Intimidate, that kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world. So we're going to be fake out in this Feeny. I could also be fake out in the Kartana slot, but I'm just going to go for the Flare Blitz. Because in doing it this way, next turn I can just like Volt Switch and do other stuff instead of going like double fake out to break a potential Sash. And then next turn I would have to use Fling. Whereas next turn I don't have to use Fling, I'm just probably going to use Fling. So we're trying the Kartana, most likely coming in with the Arcanine. There's the Arcanine. That's all to be expected right now. I'm probably going to be switching out my Incineroar next turn. And Volt switching with my Raichu, so probably a double switch incoming here. So Fake Out's going to come in on the Feeny. I really wanted to see him Protect, but it looks like he's too smart. And we're going to also see if Feeny has leftovers, which is a pretty big reveal. So decent damage is going to be coming in on this Arcanine. Like I said, decent damage. So it looks like he's probably full physical sweeper. I can probably take him out next turn. Like, I'm not even kidding. I could probably go, like, Fling and do other stuff. We do see leftovers on the Feeny. Alright. He might be calming. It means I kind of want to keep my Raichu in. But no, this is completely fine. So he's probably going to be Muddy Watering and Flare Blitzing or something like that. So how do we really stop that? It's probably going to be Flare Blitzing my Raichu slot. I'm going to Volt Switch here. And then, is Incineroar going to switch? Incineroar can switch too. Yeah, I think this works for me. We'll see. So Incineroar is going to get withdrawn. I can always save that for later. Lele is going to be coming in. Incineroar is a pretty good check to things like Kartana, so I'd like to save it in the back if I can. So Psychic Surge is going to activate. Not really that useful here. And Volt Switch is going to come out. We're going to go in with Garchomp, I believe. Garchomp is pretty good. I can pop a big Z move. I did a ton of damage to that Feeny, holy moly. And Garchomp is going to come in here. And let us see. Like, I don't think he'd be like moonblasting as much as Muddy Water. I think Muddy Water is going to be incoming. So there's the Flare Blitz, just like I said, but I think it's coming in on the Garchomp slot because that was originally a Raichu. So we make the correct call in bringing in Garchomp on that slot. That's good so far, and I'm expecting Muddy Water. I don't want it to get an accuracy drop on my Lele. That's pretty much the worst thing that could happen. Even if he Calm Minds, I think I'm okay. Let me see Citrus. I'm probably going to be Tectonic Raging that slot just to get him off the board next turn anyways. Actually, I could... Oh, he swaggers! He swaggers, but I switched in my Lele. No, that's not safe, my guy. That's not safe. That completely changes the way I'm going to play this. We see Feeny activates that leftovers. I think I'm actually going to Psychic the Arcanine slot and just Poison Jab the Feeny. I'm not scared of the Feeny anymore, and I think Psychic can take out the... Yeah, I think Psychic can totally take out the Arcanine from here. Because it's obviously just like a full sweeper. Alright, let's try it like that. He's probably going to switch the Arcanine. He's switching out Feeny. Is he coming in with Kartana, really? Wow, the reads! That's a really good read. Alright, how am I going to deal with this? I do think I'm okay. Let's see. Oh, the Arcanine. Is he going for Protect? He did. He got the Protect. Hey! It's a good play. It's a good play. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I think I will be Tectonic Raging that Arcanine slot. Then I want to get that Arcanine off the board, and I want to clock the Kartana Sash. And if the Arcanine like switches out for Feeny and we just one-shot a Feeny, hey, we take those too. And then Raichu can just come in and clean up the Kartana. If it's not vested, but I think the Kartana is most likely sashed in this type of team, but he might be vested because he led with it against a Ninetales user. So it's kind of hard to say. We will know after this turn. If he does Protect and somehow gets a KO on someone, I can just bring in Raichu and layer up Encores. One good thing about about my team, especially against AFK cores, is it's really good at layering up Encores on things that protect incorrectly. So we'll see what he goes for. I do think I'm in a pretty decent spot, so Kartana's withdrawing, probably coming in with Feeny here. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with this. He's doing this to, now, he should know my speed tiering by now. No, he does know my speed tiering because he switched in on it. He's like, oh, poop. He's going to go for an extreme speed here. Yep, that's a good play, but I do think I'll live. Yo, I'm one of those Garchomps, guy. Like, I'm a freaking Garchomp. I do whatever I want. And I live through those. And do we KO here? Please KO. Wow. Alright, Tectonic Rage will be enough to KO this Arcanine. I don't know, actually, thinking back on it, that Kartana might be Scarfed. It's definitely possible that it's Scarfed. So we'll see if he sends his Kartana out here. I'm going to call Scarf. But we'll see. So Arcanine goes down. I do technically have the first KO, I think. I still have Incineroar in the back. I can switch Incineroar in whenever I want, and that's super good. And finally, Arcanine goes down, the most popular Pokemon on Battle Spot. The +2 Extreme Speed Arcanine goes down. Alright, so I'm actually thinking if we see the Kartana, about Psychicking the Kartana slot and just EQing. I don't think it's going to protect. And if it does do that, and like let's say I kill my own Lele or like Garchomp dies, I can send out my Raichu and Encore the Kartana. So I do think I'm in a pretty good spot there. Let's see if Kartana comes out though. So it is Kartana. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do that because that's enough to potentially get a double KO. Potentially. Got that EQ. And if he just doesn't attack my Lele, like if he attacks my Garchomp and leaves my Lele up, Lele can two-shot Kartana. I think even if it's Scarfed, I still can. So let's see if he goes for Protect with Kartana. His Feeny protects. That's kind of lame. But, you know, either way, I should be able to check it next turn. Goes for a big Psychic on here. Like, let's, for example, like if he KOs my Lele, oh, that is Vested Kartana. So Vested Kartana, kind of lame. Let's see who he targets. He targets my Garchomp. Alright, cool. So I get to keep my Lele. Hey, we're totally okay with this. Like, not gonna lie, this is completely fine. I can just come in here with Raichu. Raichu will check up every one of these guys. He gets a Beast Boost, it's no big deal. Because he's not faster than my Lele. We can tell that he's vested by how much damage he's taking. Next turn, I can just bring Raichu in. I can even bring in, no, I'm gonna bring Raichu, because Raichu is correct, because it's a little bit faster. But I can just fake out the Kartana, one-shot the Feeny, and then next turn I can double attack into the Kartana slot and I'll win. I'm just going to check his Pokemon and his team. We haven't seen his last Pokemon yet. Right? Yeah, so we don't know what it is. If it's Garchomp, we're probably not going to win. But you know what? I'm doing my best here. Fake out the Kartana. Psychic the Feeny. Poor Feeny hasn't been able to do like anything in this game. I'm hoping to catch a decent switch in on one of these Pokemon. Let's see what we catch on the switch in here. If he even wants to switch in, he could just be foddering. Next turn I have to get the Kartana. Actually, I don't even have to get the Kartana. It's at +1 though. I should probably prioritize getting that guy off the board as soon as possible. But we're waiting on him. Let's see what he goes for. Yeah, fake out. So we neutralize the Kartana for a turn. Pretty good. I wonder if his Feeney's going for like a swagger on his Kartana slot. That's funny. Alright, Feeney should go down here. Cool. And what is his last Pokemon? We're going to gauge his last Pokemon and see if it's correct to target that one and leave like Incineroar to fight a 1v1 versus Kartana. It's the Vikavolt. Alright, so there's no way the Kartana can go for like protect plays. I do think I'm going to try and take out the Kartana here. Yeah. I still have not flung yet. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, we'll do that then. We'll fling the Kartana, Psychic the Kartana, and then we'll be good. We're just one speed faster than Kartana. I love it. I love that Raichu's just one speed faster. It's such a good mon right now. So Psychic's going to come in. Yeah, because I'm not confident that Volt Switch KOs from there. That's the reason why we're doing this. Volt Switch can KO from here, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I would like to think the Volt Switch could KO from there. It's kind of hard to say. But we flinched Kartana. Bug Buzz is probably coming in on Raichu, but that's completely fine. Raichu's going to go down. We're going to come in with Incineroar, and we're going to be able to... I think the correct play is actually to fake out the Vikavolt and KO the Kartana. And the next turn, I have like 2 Pokemon that are just freaking ready to KO the Vikavolt. Because this would also break a potential Sash on the Vikavolt, because we didn't see Life Orb damage. So this way, I think, is a little bit safer. And if he protects, you know, he protects, it's whatever. This way, I'm resorting like all of my resources to take out this last Vikavolt instead of, you know, let's say for example, I Psychic there, and then he just Vikavolt like one-shot crits my Incineroar with the Bug Buzz, and then next turn I don't KO with a Psychic or a Psychic Toxic Sash, and he crit KOs my Lele. This kind of stops that, because next turn he's going to be fighting a 1 versus 2, instead of having... I'm not even giving him a chance to attack in this scenario as much. So Fake Out's going to neutralize that. That is a freaking ton of damage. Look how much damage the Fake Out did. Holy moly. Alright, so Kartana will be going down this turn. I kind of feel bad for this guy's Kartana, but I mean, that's what he gets. He got flinched like a million times, and that's what he gets for using a vest. I bet he regrets that he's vested right now. He's like, man, if I wasn't vested, if only I had Protect. Well, if he didn't have Protect, he would have gotten Encored. So now we're just going to come in, we're going to Flare Blitz the Vikavolt, we're going to Psychic up the Vikavolt, and we should be able to KO it. There shouldn't be that much you can do. There's the forfeits. So really, really good game from my side. I feel I played very well against a very standard AFK core. I'm kind of surprised that he brought Vikavolt, but you know, I played really, really well that game. So I'm happy with that. We're gonna be going into game 2. And part of these games, I love like rewatching these replays and being like, oh dude, that actually was a really good play. So like you go and you just rewatch the game and you're like, man, against this type of unique AFK core, because we were seeing in that game a very, very offensive Arcanine instead of like a wall Arcanine. And against that type, once we read everything, once we saw that was his plan, you know, we assessed the situation and, you know, dealt with it. What song? Let's put on the Elite Four music. Let's put on the Elite Four music here. So let's see if we can get some good players today. 1703 from Tokyo, Japan. And team is... Alright, Coco, Feeney, Arcanine, Garchomp, Celesteela, Gigalith. So this team is actually one that I've fought a bunch of times. I really don't like fighting Gigalith with my team. Gigalith is a huge pain in the butt. I can't really use Butterfree against Coco and Feeney and Garchomp. Like, it's just not, it's not great. I could try. I mean, if you guys want me to, I could totally try. I could totally try it. It wouldn't work, though. I think I'm better off just not trying the Butterfree. Because he can just keep switching in the Coco and the Feeney. He has 2 things he can always switch in to stop it. He has the Intimidator in the Arcanine. He's already locked in. Wow. Alright, I kind of want to lead. I think I have to lead with Raichu to keep my sanity here. And I'm thinking Garchomp. I'm thinking, like, I lead Garchomp, and even if he intimidates me, I just one-shot his Arcanine, switch out, and, like, try and live on with my day. That's my strat. We're going to bring Ninetales and Lele here. So we're not bringing Butterfree, we're not bringing Incineroar. I don't think I'm going to win this game because my team at this point is getting somewhat dated, and I don't really have that many answers for like new meta teams like this Gigalith Garchomp core that we're seeing a lot. Because it's really hard to call the item on the Gigalith. The Gigalith could be holding a Z move, it could be holding a weakness policy, it could be holding an assault vest. It's really hard to cover all of those options, and since Gigalith inherently just beats Ninetales, all he really has to do is bring Gigalith, and I'm probably gonna lose. So we do see the Feeny and the Arcanine here. This is completely fine for me. I think I'm just gonna fake out the Feeny, keep it away for a turn, and I'm just gonna Z move the Arcanine and hope that it goes down. He's totally gonna switch into Celesteela. He's good. He's good, and we know that he's good. He has nothing to lose from switching into Celesteela here. There's nothing I can really do about it though, you know. I could Rock Slide and try and save my Z move in case he switches in. No, I'll pop the Z move. And it's not always a KO. It's actually a roll. But I'll go for it. I'll go for it. We're having fun. Like, treat this as like round one of a best of three. Like, you got to gauge to know if your opponent's actually really good at the game. You got to gauge what type of player they are. He could be protecting with his Arcanine. He could be switching out to Celesteela. And we're just going to hope he wants to be aggressive and speed the game up. If he wants to play reserved and switch around, that's probably correct. But we're going to wait and see what he wants to go for. So he's withdrawing Arcanine. He's probably going with a Celesteela or Gigalith. There's a Steela. Fuck. Alright, well, looks like I'm the one that's impatient here. I should have just Rock Slid like I wanted to, but it's not the end of the world. I just blew my Z move, you know. Who needs Z moves? Alright, so this Z move gets wasted. And next turn, I really don't have that much stuff to do. Feeny is fake outed right now. I think I'm just going to hard switch out the Garchomp then. Yeah. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do this. I'm going to attack that Feeny. I'm going to ignore the Steela, and if it wants to do something, we'll Encore it with Ninetales once we bring Ninetales in. So we've seen 3 of his Pokemon. That means if he has the Gigalith as his last Pokemon, and since he doesn't have any other like offensive sweepers to follow it up with, he's playing extremely defensive this game, we can just Encore all of his Pokemon. So with Volt Stitching here, I expect this to do at least 30-40%. It's decent damage. And we're going to come in with Ninetales. Ninetales is going to activate Hail. And hopefully, you know, hopefully it makes it so our Poison Jab. Maybe we get a Poison, maybe we crit. I'd love to take out this Feeny. Taking out this Feeny would be huge here. Alright, let's see what happens. Goes for the Poison Jab. And if only I Rock Slid this turn, this turn would have been amazing. And no Poison, but we do see the Citrus Berry. Okay, Citrus Feeny's okay. Unless it's Super Feeny. Oh my gosh, Super Berry, Wiki Feeny, and Leech Seed. Alright, cool. We're just going to Encore that. We're going to Encore that, we're going to Hard Switch out to Raichu, and we'll be good to go. And Calm Mind! All of these Encores! I can't hold all these Encores! Alright, what I think I'm going to do is, I think I can one-shot the Feeny with, like, any of my Pokemon. Actually, no, it got a Super Berry. I'm going to Encore that Feeny, I think, and Hard Switch out for Raichu. That way I'll have double Encore potential, I have Fake Out potential, reapplied on the Celesteela. I think Celesteela is probably going to protect this turn. He could also be Heavy Slamming me, that would be lame. But then Raichu can come in and I'll kind of be able to deal with it. Alright, so yeah, Garchomp's got to get out of here. Alright. Goodbye, Garchomp. If only Garchomp got like U-turn, it'd be the best Pokemon in the world. Okay, Celesteela, no thanks. I don't know his stats yet. I kind of want him to get a Beast Boost so I can know what kind of stats he's pushing in. Next turn, I could probably KO that Feeny if I really, really wanted to. I think I'm just going to have it locked on Encore for the rest of the game. Unless he Z-moves. No, he can't Z-move. He already used his item. I was almost scared for a second. So Raichu comes back out. Let's see if that Celesteela protects now. That would have been really nice, but I'm expecting a Heavy Slam. Alright. He goes for the Heavy Slam. It's going to clock my Sash. Bam. Decent damage. Decent. It's like all of my health. That's decent. Goes for a, he's going to be calm-minded for a long time. He's going to be so calm by the end of this, guys. Alright, I think I'm about to fake out the Steela. What I really like about this is if the Steela ever wants to protect or use a non-aggressive move, I can definitely punish it. What we're going to do is we're going to go fake out Blizzard, and then probably Fling Blizzard, and then Volt Switch Blizzard, and that should be able to take out the Steela. Hopefully. Hopefully. And then it's pretty much just like Garchomp versus like Arcanine and Encored Feeny. Alright, we still have a couple turns left on the the Feeny Encore too. Okay. Yeah, Fake Out Blizzard. I want my Blizzards to be doing roughly 20-ish% of the Steela. I'd really like that. So we do like 20-20, and then we hit with like a big 30-35 with Raichu. There's also fling damage in there too. Hail goes before leftovers. So we should be able to take out the Steela. If we can get the Steela off the board, Garchomp can come back out and mess with stuff. I also have the Lele in the back, so that's pretty good. Fake out a Reno. And Blizzard. We can technically freeze Steela just because there's Misty Train on the board. Steela's not protected by it. So we finished it. Those are about how much damage I want my Blizzards to be doing, so I'm actually kind of fine with this. Next turn, we're going to have to reapply Encore on that Feeny, or else we just automatically die, so that's going to have to happen. I might Protect with my Ninetales and Encore with Raichu that turn. I think it's actually not that bad of a play, because he's probably going to try to like Heavy Slam me, and then I can go right back to doing what I was doing on the Steela. Because this turn, his whatever is going to wear off, his Encore wears off at the end of this turn. We're going to fling it. I mean, if he ever protects, we just put him in a super Encore lock. So let's see. You can switch. Yeah, they never expect the fling. It's definitely getting more expected, but people are like, nah, man, that ain't me. Alright, Blizzard. Can we freeze? I'd really enjoy a freeze. And we would definitely take those. Alright, Celestial Flinch. Feeny Calm Mind. So Feeny's Encore is going to wear off, which means we have to reapply it. So I do think I'm going to Protect with my Ninetales and Encore with Raichu, because he sees Ninetales as the threat here, I think. I hope. I can technically try and KO all these guys, but it's going to be... I'm going to try and go for it next turn. I'd love to get the Encore. Well, I'm going to guarantee my Encore up on the Feeny with my Raichu. And then if for some reason he like Leech Seeds my Raichu, I'll just Volt Switch out. I'll take probably 30-40% from like Hail, Leech Seed stuff. Alright, so Misty Train's finally off the board. Protect with Ninetales. Encore the Feeny, because he actually hasn't seen Encore on Raichu yet. I'm surprised he won't just switch. He's being very stubborn here. He has nothing to force. We've already seen that he's not the type of person that forces these engagements. He switched into Celesteela to block my Tectonic Rage. But, oh, his Feeny goes for Protect. He's trying to block my Encore here and KO my Steela. Or, sorry, KO my, Ninetales. Sorry. He goes for the Heavy Slam, yep. And I'll just Encore it with, Raichu again. I think I'm going to Encore with Raichu, and I think I'm actually going to switch out for Lele. No, that's not good. Switch out for Garchomp. Because Garchomp can then just Poison Jab from there. And I would also like to reapply my Hail if I have the option. And then I can just Volt Switch the Steela and do other stuff. And also switching in here, you take some rough skin damage. He could totally Leech Seed my Raichu this turn. I got no wrong with that. So we Encore the Feeny. He's deciding that this is his life. You know, I don't know why. He's like, I have +6. I could do whatever I want. And I'm like, no, dude, you can't. So let's see who he's Heavy Slamming. He's Heavy Slamming my Raichu now. He Heavy Slams the Garchomp. That's decent damage on Garchomp. Like, believe it or not, that's kind of scary. Alright, Feeny's going to fail to Protect, which means he's going to get it up next turn, which means he's probably just going to switch. So we're going to go for a Rock Slide Volt Switch in with the Celesteela. Sorry, in onto the Celesteela. We're going to do that Rock Slide that we should have done a million years ago. We're going to come back in with Ninetales, reapply the Hail, and hopefully they can take out the Steela. Unless it protects. Why would it protect? It would just get Encored. Encore is the name of the game with this team. You gotta bait them into using defensive moves and then take advantage of it. I know it's not the most pretty play style, but it definitely works. It definitely works. So let's see what his Steela goes for. I can technically get a KO on both of these guys if I crit my Rock Slide on the Feeny, but it's not gonna happen. Feeny actually is gonna Protect or switch, so I think Arcanine could switch in, which means Rock Slide is a decent move here. I love using Volt Switch here. Volt Switch here is great because I can come in with my Lele. Oh, he's withdrawing the Feeny. There's the switching on the Arcanine. So let's see how much damage this does. I think I'm going to come with Ninetales because I think he's totally Heavy Slamming on my Raichu slot. I think that's definitely the play, and it would be able to layer up the Hail. How much damage do we do? Alright, cool. We just KO it, which means I can come with anything. He has Feeny in the back. I think Ninetales is the right play, believe it or not. This is actually really important. Yeah, Ninetales is the play because I can just freeze dry that Feeny. And I also want to save my Lele to switch in and activate its own terrain versus his, because I really think the Feeny's going to be coming out here. Rock Slide hits. Hey, we hit with Rock Slide. Hey, that's pretty lucky. That's some pretty good damage too. Holy moly! I'm intimidated. And that is single target damage, so that's why I did so much. So you can KO pretty much either of my guys with this. Oh, it's right out of like a citrus range, not citrus, but like a super berry range or whatever. Well, actually, it's not a citrus range, it's not a super berry range. What's coming in? It's going to be his Garchomp, which means he has extreme speed. He has the extreme speed, or he's scarfed. Which one is it? Which one are we going to risk the game on? Let's risk it on extreme speed, because he hasn't seen my Lele yet. So I'm going to switch the Lele in, I'm going to go for the Blizzard, and we're going to pray to everything that is good that he's not scarfed. Don't be scarfed. Just have extreme speed on your Arcanine, because we know your Arcanine is extremely offensive because he took so much damage from that Rock Slide. So we're not making a read as much as we're analyzing everything, and our best bet is that that Arcanine is extremely offensive, which means he has the extreme speed. So what is it? Please be extreme speed. Because then the Arcanine wouldn't really be attacking either. Oh, Garchomp just protects! Oh, he's going with the Protect bait, option number like 6. And Blizzard Cake, can we freeze the Arcanine? We would take those. We would totally take the freezing the Arcanine. I could have protected as well with both of my Pokemon. Oh, he's going with a Snarl. That's like option 8. Why am I thinking this guy is ever going to turn the aggression on? That's never going to happen. He's never, ever going to be aggressive. Why do I keep thinking that he's ever going to be? Alright. I think I can still KO Garchomp with the Moonblast, but it's going to be hard. I think this is actually a better play. Coming with Raichu, fake out the Garchomp, Psychic the Arcanine. Even if he switches in the Feeny, I should be able to KO an Arcanine. Should be. If only Lele had, like, a Beast Boost, you know. I'm not even gonna... I'll fake out the Garchomp. Actually, I want to do a little bit more damage to it, so I'm going to fake out it over Encoring it, I think, because I think it's also just going to switch to the Feeny. Actually, the safest play, actually, we haven't seen the Arcanine Z move yet, because I can Encore the Garchomp right now. Let's do this. I have 6 seconds. Holy shit. We're gonna fake out the Garchomp. And, oh shit, I don't even know what I did. Something's happening. Alright. He's withdrawing something. I'm pretty sure I fake out of that Garchomp slot like an idiot. I don't know who my Lele Psychic. Please say I Psychic something. Not my Raichu. I don't want to say I Psychic my Raichu. I fake out of that guy. I was gonna fake out the Arcanine. Because the Arcanine was the only thing that can do anything. Maybe I Psychic there. Hey, we take those. What's he going for? Is he finally going to be aggressive with this Arcanine? Nope, just snarls for days. Yeah, that's fine. I've already flung. His Garchomp's not scarfed. These are his last 2. If I can get the Garchomp off the board, I'll win. I don't like that. I don't like looking at the game like that. I think I'm actually going to switch my Lele out. I feel the Protect EQ coming right now. I kind of want to make his Arcanine be stuck snarling, but I'll just do this. Let's see if this works. It's not a very good play. I think I would have won the game if I did the fake out on the Arcanine and the Psychic last turn. But it's okay. My Lele can check the Garchomp if I can get the Arcanine off the board. And my Garchomp can check his Arcanine if I get his Garchomp off the board. Man, this game today is so long. This guy is playing so defensive. So defensive. It is ridiculous. And you have to expect that he has the Z move on the Garchomp because it's not scarfed. So he still hasn't Z moved yet. Let's see if he actually just EQs me. Like, Protect EQ. Protect EQ would be really good here. Yeah, I don't think that's going to KO. Yeah, but it does let me reapply my fake out. Or sorry, not fake out. Well, it would have if I didn't just volt switch into Lele Wall. Alright. I'm hoping he goes for like a poison jab or something onto that Lele slot. Or maybe he's Z moving it. And that's fine with me too. He goes for just an EQ. He's KOing his own guy. Don't crit my Lele. Don't crit my Lele. Oh, we did it. Oh, we did. He crit his Arcanine. I didn't get crit on my guy. Oh, he's gonna protect. He's gonna protect, and he's gonna try to wait out the hail. I think I lose. All he has to do is protect. If I had Feint here, I'd win. Unless this is the last turn of hail, which I don't think it is. He's almost like it. His timer's almost out of time. Can't believe I lost this one. Yeah, there's like no way I win, right? Unless this is the last turn of hail. No, this is the last turn of hail. Okay. So we do win, I think. There's nothing right you can do. Does Fling even do anything? I don't even know. I think this is the last turn of hail. So I don't think I take a hit from it this turn. He's going for protect. Unless I do get ticked out from hail this turn. I don't really remember how that mechanic works. Please don't KO my Lele Hail. Hail stop. There we go. We got it. Whoo! I think I got it because all I gotta do is encore him here too. He's gonna go for. Is he gonna go for double protect? BBM. Oh man, Moonblast doesn't really even matter unless he Z moves me. Unless like I don't KO. I was like, unless I don't KO, I encore him and then he Z moves me. Oh, that would suck. All right, we won. Yes! Oh man, that game was so close. I was so behind from the very first turn of the game. I wonder if this guy's salty. I wonder if he's salty. Because he played so defensively. Have you ever seen someone like not at regionals play like that seriously? He played super serious. And we managed to take him out. Like, I've only played 2 games, and normally this is the time it takes to play like 3 or 4 games, but pretty good games today. I hope you guys enjoyed them. It looks like I've broken my losing streak, I guess. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.